Hey folks, welcome back to Shadow Strike. Today we're going to talk about the games that make you feel like a badass. These are the games which gives you that smirk on your face where you pull off something so awesome, you can't help but look around to see if anyone else saw it. So, whether you like sneaking around or charging in headfirst, we've got something for you. By the end of this video, you might just feel ready to take on the world, or at least the next level. So, let's jump right in. So first of all, we have the Caped Crusader, aka Batman. From the game Batman Arkham Knight, let me tell you guys, playing this game is like hooking yourself on the screen for a long time. It's just that mind-blowingly cool. The combat. In this game, it's so good you'll be swooping down on unsuspecting thugs, delivering justice with the grace of a ninja and the punch of a heavyweight champ. Every hit, every combo, every perfectly timed counter makes you feel like you're the boss of Gotham. And let's not forget the Batmobile. This isn't just a car, folks. No, the Batmobile is a beast on wheels. It roars through the streets of Gotham, obliterates obstacles, and yes, it does come in black. Driving this bad boy makes you feel like you've got the keys to the city. Traffic jams? What traffic jams? And games makes you think like world greatest detective. You're not just punching bad guys, you're solving crimes using gadgets and playing mind games with some of the most iconic villains in comic book history. It's like the game developers handed you the cowl and said, "You're Batman now, don't mess it up."
I'm not playing games, Slade.
It's over, Slade.
What are you?
And for the second spot, we have Devil May Cry 5. This game is a wild ride from start to finish, and I'm here to break down why it's the ultimate feel like a boss simulator.
Well, looks like this won't be a total waste of time after all. Hey, jackass! Did your mother ever teach you it's not nice to steal? Sorry, Dante. I'm bagging this bitch!
The vibe of the game is like if a rock concert with a monster. It's loud, it's flashy, and the soundtrack? It's like, yes, this is the kind of beat you slay demons with. Now, on to the main course, the combat. Oh boy, it's like the game devs took the word cool so darn seriously and turned it into a fighting system. You've got three characters, Dante, Nero, and V, each with their own unique style. The combat is so fluid and stylish that you'll find yourself pulling off moves you didn't even know were possible. You'll juggle enemies in the air like you're making a demon pizza dough. And when you land that perfect combo, the game literally grades you on how cool you looked doing it. Man, and let's not forget about the boss battles. You're trading blows with some of the nastiest, most beautifully designed monsters you've ever seen. Winning feels like an achievement, and not just because you saved the world again, but because you look damn good doing it. In conclusion, Devil May Cry 5 isn't just a game. It's an adrenaline-fueled, demon-slaying extravaganza that makes you feel like the ultimate badass. And number 3, we have Ninja Gaiden, the game that makes you feel like an unstoppable ninja boss. Now, for those of you who might be new to the series, Ninja Gaiden has been around since the late 80s. It's a franchise that has evolved beautifully, from its pixelated roots on the NES to the stunningly detailed action-packed titles. But what really makes Ninja Gaiden stand out? The combat. The game throws you into intense, fast-paced battles that keep you on your toes. Every slash, every parry, every combo feels so satisfying. Whether you're decapitating foes, dodging attacks with split-second precision, or unleashing devastating special moves, this game makes you feel like a total badass. Now don't get me wrong, Ninja Gaiden is tough. It's not going to hold your hand and guide you through. No, it's more like it'll hand you a katana and throw you into the deep end. But that's the beauty of it. The challenge is real, and so is the reward. When you finally take down that boss that's been wrecking you for hours, the feeling is pure euphoria. It's a test of skill, patience, and just a little bit of luck. On to number 4. It's Middle-earth games. Shadow of Mordor and War. Alright, let's kick things off with a quick overview. These games throw you into the gritty and intense world of J.R.R. Tolkien's lore. You play as Talion, a ranger with some serious undead issues teamed up with the Wraith of Celebrimbor, the guy who forged the One Ring. Yeah, it's that epic, but what really sets these games apart is the combat is just flawless. Whether you're slicing through orcs with a sword or using wraith powers to dominate your enemies, every move feels insanely satisfying. It's brutal, fluid, and so damn addictive. You ever have those gaming moments where you feel like you're invincible? Yeah, that's pretty much every fight in these games. Taking down a horde of orcs, one epic finisher after another, and when you take down those big bad bosses, pure adrenaline rush, baby, and the nemesis system. This is where things get really interesting. Enemies remember you, they bear grudges, and they come back stronger and angrier. Oh look, it's Bob the Orc. Didn't I decapitate him last week? Trust me, it's as hilarious as it is challenging. And then there are the moments that make you laugh. Like sometimes you get these orcs with the funniest lines or quirks. One time I got killed by an orc who then started singing about it. I mean, how can you not love a game that gives you musical orcs?
Gaze now upon the bright Lord! I make no such offer! Run! Run! Run to your master and give him this message! I come for him!
Fifth on our list is Prototype. These games make you like an unstoppable force of destruction. Prototype 1 and 2, these games throw you into a virus-infected New York City, where you play as Alex Mercer in the first game and James Heller in the second. Both of these guys have superhuman abilities that let you wreak havoc like a badass. These games are all about combat. Whether you're slicing through enemies with your blade arms, smashing them with your fists, or using tendrils to whip them around, every move feels incredibly powerful. It's like having a cheat code for ultimate destruction built right into your character. Basically, what I'm trying to say is you will feel like you're untouchable. Yeah, that Prototype in a nutshell. You're jumping off skyscrapers, absorbing enemies, and transforming into whatever the situation demands. It's like playing as the antagonist. And when you pull off those crazy combos and massive attacks, pure adrenaline rush. And let's not forget the freedom these games give you. The open world New York City is your playground. The game encourages you to let loose and have fun with your powers.
My name is Alex Mercer. I'm the reason for all of this. They call me a killer, a monster, a terrorist. I'm all of these things.
And sixth, it's Doom, and nothing says badass quite like the Doom series. Specifically, Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. These games are packed with action, adrenaline, and some of the best combat mechanics you'll ever experience. Doom 2016. Remember when it first came out? Man, this game brought the franchise back to life in the craziest way. The combat is fast, furious, and oh so satisfying. There's nothing like chainsawing a demon in half to make you feel like you've got the power. And the glory kills, brutal but beautiful. It's like the game is telling you, hey, have some fun with this. Shotgun, the plasma rifle, or the legendary BFG in every riff amps you up and makes you want to rip and tear. Doom Eternal is the victory lap. The movement is smoother, the action is more intense, and the demons are uglier. When I say uglier, I mean that in the best way possible. The new mechanics like the dash and the flamethrower add so much depth to the combat. You never stop moving, thinking, always strategizing. And let's not forget the meat hook. Probably one of the coolest additions to the game, you grapple onto an enemy and fly towards them with your shotgun ready to fire. The pacing of both games is just perfect. There's never a dull moment in that feeling when you clear a room of demons. Pure satisfaction.
Nothing will be consumed, regardless of what.
The portal is ready. We should leave immediately.
Number 7. We're moving on to gods with Asura's Wrath. If you haven't heard of this gem, you're in for a treat. You play as Asura, a demigod betrayed by his fellow deities and stripped of his power. You're fighting for revenge and to save your daughter. What really makes you feel like a total badass is the combat. This game doesn't just let you fight, it lets you brawl like a god. Unlimited punches, insane combos, and QTEs that are perfection. You can literally rip apart enemies the size of planets. Yeah, you heard me right. You're fighting planet-sized bosses and crushing them like they're nothing. It's immense, intense, and freaking awesome. And when that rage meter is full, you pound the ground, and enemies fly off like pieces of paper. You feel unstoppable. I've played a lot of combat games, but Asura's moves make me feel invincible. The stunning visuals look like they're from a high-budget anime. Every punch, every kick is animated so beautifully that you're glued to the screen. And don't get me started on the boss fights. Each boss is massive with its own unique attacks. Just when you think you've got the upper hand, they switch things up. You really gotta be on your toes. Plus, the game doesn't give you a break. It's intense from start to finish. You literally can't put the controller down. The bosses aren't just challenging, they're epic. They make your heart race. When you finally defeat one, it's the best feeling in the world.
What was that?
Enjoying thus far, guys, please do subscribe and hit that like button and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future awesome content. Come on, fellas. Help a brother out, wouldn't you? And on to the number 8 hits from Metal Gear Rising. Revengeance, you play as Gaiden, a cyborg ninja. This game is all about high-speed, over-the-top action. The mechanics are just thrilling. Blade mode lets you slice with precision. Parrying feels amazing. Every moment in this game makes you feel untouchable. You're cutting through enemies, pulling off insane moves, and facing giant mechs like a boss. It's intense and makes you feel unstoppable. The boss battles, next level awesome. Each boss has crazy moves and epic moments. They keep you on your toes, and every victory earned Raiden's one-liners and funny moments make the game even better. The game even lets you slice a watermelon, and I did a lot. And that's the end of our list for today. Until next time.